morning, everyone. We are doing a bit of a Tasmania chat today.
It's been a while since we've done one of these videos.
I know, it has been a while. I feel like we did a lot of these style videos when we were first starting our YouTube adventure.
Yeah, we put up a question box on our Instagram and you guys asked us a heap of questions about Tasmania, but we'd always planned to do a little video sharing all of our costs and
we pretty much
all that sort of thing.
Wrote down every single cost, fuel, maintenance, all the stuff we bought as tourists.
Because it was a pretty big adventure for us, really.
It was. It didn't feel like we were even
in Australia.
It feels like we left Australia.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've pretty much written down everything. So if you're planning a trip to Tasmania, you should definitely watch this video. It's going to help you a lot. We might as well get straight into it. Eh?
Yeah. We'll just get through the questions that you guys asked us first of all. And the first one was, where was the best place we visited in Tasmania?
Mount Murchison.
For you?
Yeah. Oh my God. That climb up that mountain was the best thing I've done in my life. It was incredible.
For me, I did also love Mount Murchison, but I'd have to say Maria Island was probably my favourite.
Oh yeah.
Part.
Yeah.
And also that question asker said to give a shout out to his girlfriend Laura.
Oh, Laura.
So hi,
How you
Laura.
going, Laura? Also, so Mount Murchison, Maria Island, and the snow. We experienced snow for the first time. So those are the three main takeaways. There's probably something else we forgot.
Is there much free camping, and what was the best one? There's free camping everywhere.
Everywhere.
And honestly, you just pull off onto the side of the road that you think is going to be just a gravel pit or something like that, and they're all just magical. It's crazy.
Obviously, be respectful of where you're going to pull over.
And use wiki camps.
Yeah,
like
we download wiki camps. Yeah. What's the next one?
Do you have a favourite? I can't even
free
remember.
camp. Yeah, that one we stayed at before we did Mount Murchison.
Oh yeah.
That free camp.
That was just off the side of the highway.
And our first free camp of the trip.
Yeah, that was good.
That was just like
that was
that
special.
Started it off perfectly.
Must have clothing and shoes.
Okay.
Definitely warm stuff.
Well, it depends, because at the moment we've noticed a heap of people going to Tasmania over on social media. I'm seeing Tasmania everywhere at the moment because obviously it's the right time to go. It's summer. And a lot of them are saying they packed for cold weather, but it's not cold.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah, it just depends on the season, I guess. But also, us being from Perth, going in November, we expect 30 plus degrees in November wherever we are, because that's just how we've grown up. And yeah, we got snow. So
we did. So definitely pack some jumpers and some jeans and all that, but don't go wild with it because you can buy it over there. That's pretty much what we did.
Yeah.
But I would definitely recommend getting some, what are those boots called, Megan?
Blundstones?
Blundstone boots.
Or just like some good quality boots that are okay if they get wet and that sort of thing.
Those boots have, I never ever buy fancy boots like that, and they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, some proper hiking shoes would be good. And also I have Ugg boots that are supposed to be like for wet weather. You can't like step in a puddle with them or anything like that, but they do okay if they get a little bit of rain on them.
And get yourself, if you don't have a diesel heater in your caravan or whatever, get yourself an electric blanket if you're going to be camping like we did, because that came in handy. But saying that again, it's summer there, so I'm not too sure if it's going to be cold. So just pack to be ready.
And a puffer jacket with proper rain.
Make sure it's waterproof.
Yeah, that would have been good as well. Would towing a hybrid caravan restrict you from seeing a lot of the places that we visited?
Well, we actually towed a hybrid caravan at some point there in Tasmania, and
that was probably one of the sketchiest places that we went as well.
You can definitely do it with a hybrid. If you're going to get into the bigger caravans, it's doable, but I would have so much anxiety personally. But it's definitely doable. You're going to have to obviously plan ahead, like we worked out the hard way. But there's heaps of people doing it at the moment, so it's definitely go for it, I'd say. It's not going to stop you from enjoying yourself. Best thing we ate, obviously, are scallop pies.
I thought you would say the Bruny Island cheese.
Oh yeah, sorry. Bruny Island Cheese Factory. You got to go there and just get any of their cheeses and their bread.
Yeah, I would say the bread was probably the best thing I ate.
Also the fridge on Bruny Island.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, I'm talking about the one from the cheese shop.
Oh yeah, that was good bread too.
Yeah.
Well, what's this one? Is this a fruit loaf?
I think so. Right.
Oh my god, yum! Sultana!
Why didn't Jack propose to Megan in Tasmania? Guys, we get this question so much. It's just not going to happen for a long time, is it?
I don't think so.
Because we just feel happy the way...
We've been together nearly 8 years.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not a big deal for us,
It's
really.
not a big deal for us. I know each to their own, but it's just not going to happen anytime soon. We will one day. But there's just no hurry. We're enjoying life at the moment, and we don't feel like we need to do something like that.
Yeah.
So we will celebrate it one day.
Yeah.
100%. How was the trip over on the boat? Well, if you like, I think it's last week's video that just went live. Coming back from Tasmania, it was. I'll let you tell that story.
It was not fun coming back.
Oh, poor Megan. She hasn't made it. We lost a soldier.
Going there wasn't okay.
It wasn't fun either.
On the way there, no nausea. We got the night boat. We went to sleep, but the particular room we were in, I think, was very low and far back on the boat, so it was extremely loud.
Very loud.
You could hear every little thing in the room rattling and vibrating. So that was a terrible night's sleep. And then on the way back, we experienced some really, really bad conditions.
So what we think is massive swell.
Well, I mean, I don't think I've ever been seasick before, and I was wrecked. So
yeah, it was.
Go prepared, because I was just like, I never get seasick. I don't need to prepare any sort of anti-nausea.
We didn't even take any pills, nothing.
Yeah, so be prepared.
Yeah, and also the whole situation of getting on the boat and all that kind of stuff. It's fairly easy.
Yeah.
We were a bit anxious when we were doing it, but straight through, speak to the people at the front. They give you your ticket, you go through security, and you line up. And
finding your room is easy if you get a room.
Very
finding your recliner chair, I'm sure would be pretty straightforward as well.
Yep. Would we go back to Tasmania? 150%. I've even mentioned to Megan, if you've been watching the videos, we tried to climb up Mount Amos to go check out Wineglass Bay in one of our last videos there. And I've said to Megan, we got to fly back. We've got to fly back and we've got to climb that mountain. So I could actually see myself living in Tasmania.
Yeah.
That's how beautiful. The air is so fresh. The people were so nice. The people all around Australia are so nice. But we were just so happy there, eh?
Yeah.
Fresh air and fresh food. It was just amazing. So yes, we would definitely go back. All right. So those are a few of the questions from Instagram. Now we'll get into the how much we spent. So we'll start off with the National Parks Pass, which go all out and pay $82.40 for the full National Parks Pass, yeah?
Yeah, well, I believe it covers you for 3 months. I might be mistaken. I might have to correct myself here in post-production of this video. But, yeah, I think it's access to any national park. And I think if you just go by a day-by-day base or something, it costs you, like,
too much.
$40 just to get into certain national parks. So it's definitely worth having that Parks Pass before you get to Tasmania.
And just to let you know, we haven't actually added up the final cost of everything. So we wanted to be surprised, or maybe not surprised,
shocked.
But we wanted to add a bit of dramatic effect. So we haven't summed it up yet. So next would be fuel. $1,300, give or take $100 or $120. So $1,300 on fuel. And
our last week in Tasmania was terribly planned. So we did a lot of zigzagging, like inland and out to the coast, because we did end up extending our stay for 4 nights at some point, but we had some accommodation booked. So it was a lot of kilometres. Not the best, kilometres wise towards the end, but other than that, we just sort of did a straight lap. Yeah,
think about the hills in Tasmania, because there is a lot of hills.
And wine. Like, you might think, like, oh, here I am on a map and here's where I want to go, but you don't imagine it going like this the entire way. So just keep that in mind. It's
pretty bad. Accommodation. We spent $360.68 on accommodation. That works out to be $72.14 a week for the 5 weeks.
So that's caravan parks and national park camping, and
most of it's
free.
Did
we stay? Yeah. We didn't stay in any like kip camps or anything like that.
No, that's including one motel stay as well.
Okay, yeah.
We stayed in one motel, which brings me to the next part of the accommodation costs. If you were following along on the videos, we stayed in 3 accommodations, which we did not pay for. We stayed 2 nights in a Airbnb called 41 Found, which cost us $762. It didn't cost us, that's what it would have cost us for 2 nights, $762. The next Airbnb we got invited to was $670 for 2 nights. That was the 100-year-old cottage. And we stayed in a tiny home that cost us $179 for 1 night. So
that would have cost
us $179. If we were to add that onto the $360 that we spent for the 5 weeks on accommodation, it comes to $1,971 $2,256.68. So for the 5 weeks, I hope you're following along, it would have cost us $394 per week for 5 weeks on accommodation. It's pretty good.
And
I think
staying in some very nice accommodation.
Yeah, and to be honest, if you're going to go do a trip in Tasmania and you're going for 5 weeks or even 4 weeks, it is nice to stop and stay in some accommodation. It definitely makes it a lot nicer, eh? But yeah, so $1,971 for accommodation to do what we did in Tasmania. Food. $729.54 for 5 weeks worth of food.
Is that our groceries and all our little like treats and pies
all
and things?
scallop pies,
That's
chocolates, everything. So, and we didn't cheap out too much on food.
No, not at all.
$145 a week.
It's pretty good.
Pretty bad, pretty good.
No,
I don't know.
that's fine considering like
Let us know in the comments.
We probably spent like what $50 just at the Salamanca markets on food. So
I hope I've added that together right. So $729.54 for the 5 weeks. Maintenance on the car. The Troopy just doesn't break, so it cost us $40 in car washes. That's it. You need to wash your car before you go onto the ship, and on your way back as well. Just wash your car to get rid of all the mud. Okay, boat costs. Sea Link to I missed one. Oh yeah, we obviously were tourists, so we spent a bit of money on. Well, like I said before, we spent money on jumpers.
Yeah. The Black Friday sales got us a little bit, and we got some nice little puffer jackets.
Yeah, we spent $400 on, I'm just going to say, merchandise, shoes, jumpers.
Yeah.
We didn't really buy
No, just things. A couple like new beanies and
So $400 on miscellaneous stuff. Boat costs. Now, Sea Link to Bruny Island. We went to 2 islands on Tasmania. Bruny Island first was $40. Get there before what time? To get the early bird?
8. I want to say 8. Get there before 8.
Yeah. And
if you get there earlier, it was cheaper. It was like $30. Yeah. But we slept in a bit.
Definitely go to Bruny Island if you can.
Oh, sorry.
You're right. $40 Bruny Island. Mariah Island, 1,000% go to Mariah Island.
Yeah, it can
blow your mind.
Seem a bit steep because that was $170. That included our return ferry and also bike hire, but it was such a good day.
That was a very good day. And
I feel like for $170 to put a price on that, I'm happy with that.
It's like the air got fresher over it. I don't know what it was, but that's how much that costs. Spirit of Tasmania. Now, our Troopy is over 2.1 metres high, and it's about 6 metres. It cost us $1,368.64 to bring our car to Tasmania and bring it back. And that's with cabins.
Yes, cabins both ways. And as I said before, we did extend our trip, and we changed the dates just 4 days in lieu.
Yeah.
And it did not cost us anything, not even a booking fee, to change our booking there.
And it's easy to do.
Yeah,
so if you
it's
need
so simple.
Stay longer, it's really easy to do.
It just depends on the date that you're choosing for. So as we said, like, we couldn't extend it longer even though we wanted to, because once we went to a different date, sort of like a week in advance, it was closer to Christmas, and it would have cost us an extra $250. So they just price it by the date, I'm assuming. And peak times. How
many kilometres did we travel in the Troopy? We did, give or take 100 or 200 kilometres, 3,500 kilometres we did in the Troopy. I forgot to really take a photo of it.
He was so excited. He's like, I'm going to start this and I'm going to check it at the end of the trip.
And then I forgot.
And then we're driving around Victoria for a few days and you're like, no.
So 3,500 kilometres we did, and they were pretty easy kilometres. Just the hills is what killed us.
And the winding.
The winding hills. We got another question on Instagram. That one there. Will we keep exploring Australia now? Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We will.
I feel like we've seen like 1/10 of it.
Yeah.
After 2 years.
You can see it for your whole life. It's crazy. You can't stop seeing. There's so much stuff.
But then at the same time, we're really missing some places that we've already visited. Yeah. And so we've got some decision making to do.
We do. But one thing I have just remembered as well is we only spent a few days on the east coast of Tasmania. Go there longer. Because it was some of the nicest beaches we've ever seen in our lives.
And we're from WA.
Yeah, so that says a lot. But yeah, go to the east coast for a bit longer. It was beautiful. But Tasmania, it was...
I'm going to miss it so much.
It was amazing.
You want to go back now?
No, not really. I don't want to go on that boat. Yeah. But it was stunning.
Yes. And if you're doing your full lap, don't be like us in our first lap and just get yourselves there, because we regret not going our first time.
We kept putting it off and we don't know why we did that now.
I think it was because of that. Like, we just saw that $1,500 for the ferry and we were like, ugh. But
so worth it. Oh, and there's one more thing.
Oh.
We have stickers.
Sneaky little.
We have stickers.
Sneaky little sticker in the pocket.
We'll put a link in the description if you want to go buy one of our stickers. It helps us out greatly, and
they're so cute.
And it's so cool seeing you guys take photos and send it to us on Instagram.
Yes, tag us in your Instagram stories if you do get some stickers. We love to see them. It's so cool.
So go check out our website and buy a sticker if you feel like it. But that's pretty much it, eh?
Yeah.
That's Tassie wrap up.
Done.
Oh my goodness, guys. I can't believe we clocked off the video and we didn't even tell you.
Nailed it. Wait, hang on, the most important part.
We didn't even tell you how much Tasmania costs. So Tasmania cost this much. We're just adding it up now.
Does that seem right?
Is that how much? Is that including if we had paid for the accommodation?
No.
Okay. So it cost us, without paying for the certain accommodations, $4,491.26. That's pretty good.
It's under $1,000 a week.
For a trip of a lifetime, that was amazing. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
But let's add on those accommodations quickly.
Okay.
$6,102.26 to
stay in some luxury accommodation.
If you watch all of our Tasmania videos, you can go and do exactly the same thing for $6,102. So anyway, I'm sorry about that. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
G'day guys, welcome back to the channel.
Shouting.
All right, let's try again.
It's been a while.
Alrighty. All right, guys. Okay. Yep. All right. Error.